Now the second type of compounds that we talked about were the covalent compounds. Covalent compounds. Now covalent compounds are formed by sharing of electrons. We talked about this in class as well. So simple covalent compounds, for example, chlorine has 7 electrons in its valence shell. So if let's first talk about simple covalent bond first before we get into covalent compounds. So you represent it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons. So it needs one more electron to complete its valence shell to attain noble gas configuration. So then what it does is it will share an electron with another chlorine, and so if we call this chlorine 1 and chlorine 2, chlorine 1 will share its electron with this chlorine, chlorine 2 will share its electrons. So how do we write it? We write it like this. Right? And if you look at it, now these 2 electrons belong to both the chlorines as long as they are at that certain approximate distance. Okay, let's just put it simply like that. So then what happens is that this chlorine, if we start counting chlorine 1 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So chlorine 1 has 8 electrons. Let's do the same for chlorine 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this chlorine also has 8 electrons. So chlorine has 8 electrons in each of atom, and so it exists as Cl2 in nature. Cl2 is more stable than an atom of chlorine. Use the same logic to figure out why atoms or molecules of oxygen exist as O2 in nature, nitrogen exists as N2 in nature. Use the same logic with the number of electrons each. Okay, so this is how a simple covalent molecule is formed, by sharing electrons. Okay.